Good morning, everybody. It is 10:25 a.m. on Wednesday, September 11th, 2019. You might be wondering, well, why do you do these videos? I do these Amberlynn videos because I feel like her knowing that it goes way beyond her physical appearance, that this bed that she made for herself was created by herself, and that if she doesn't actually change her attitude and her massive amount of lying, I mean, I've never seen someone so blatantly crude in their lies other than criminals. And I stand for justice. I am not a body language expert. I mean, really, there's no such thing as having a degree in body language, or, there's schools that offer it online, but, schools like that, it's like a certificate, it's like getting a CPR certification. It's nothing. What you have to do is you really just have to read books. You have to study people, and you have to know a little bit about psychology and the way that people behave and why they behave that way. There's just so much more to it, and there's so many people who they'll put it in the comments like, "Oh, you don't know what you're doing. It doesn't say anything. Anybody could do that." Yeah, anybody could do that. Which is my whole purpose in doing this, is to show you guys how you can do that too, so that you don't get sucked into deception the way that we all have in the past. I want you to be aware of certain personality disorders that I've studied in my free time. I got a minor in psychology, and ever since I graduated in 2007, I've been studying psychology as a hobby. I'm that big of a nerd that psychology is actually a hobby. And it is a life goal of mine to eventually get my doctorate in clinical psychology. So when that will happen, I don't know. But until that time, I'm going to continue to educate myself. I'm going to continue to study human nature, and I'm going to continue to make videos like this. Because I don't think that it's right that somebody can just go onto a public platform like this and try to fool everybody. That's not justice. That's my morning rant. This is the kind of stuff I used to talk about in my morning vape series that I used to do. Highly requested. I'm just kidding. I think there was a few of you who put this in the comments that I needed to do this video, so I'm just gonna humor you. I wasn't gonna do a video at all. I have to leave town tomorrow, and I'm not gonna be back until Sunday because this was a sudden thing, and so I'm not really gonna have a lot of videos coming out right after this one. But I thought I would just have a little fun with you guys, let you have one more video. I do apologize if there's not a lot of fun edits. But because this is an assumptions video, I think that there's going to be plenty of content to analyze where perhaps all the fluff isn't necessary. Okay, let's go. This is a breaking up with girlfriend, in love with ex, faking weigh-ins. 103,844 views, 1.1 thousand upvotes, and 4.9 thousand downvotes. Now, I would have guessed that this would actually have more downvotes, but anyway, let's proceed.
Hey guys, so welcome to my new vlog. I'm just going to forewarn you, today is one of those days.
Her eyes look very pretty. That shirt is bringing out her eye color. Amberlynn, I think that you should continue to wear this color. I'm not a huge fan of the skin tone, of her skin tone with it, but I think if she got a little bit of sun, that would actually do her a lot of favors. I also think she needs to cut her hair.
Where if I wasn't doing 100 days of uploading, I just wouldn't even be filming. I'm just going through some stuff, and I kind of feel like there's something in the air because everyone in my life is going through their own like problems, and I'm that type of person where I feel like I want to fix everything.
I've said this before. We all do it every once in a while, but people who insist on telling you what type of person that they are, you should be a little skeptical of that. Just a little bit. Not all the time, and this isn't the case for everybody, but when somebody is a pathological liar,
And where I feel like I want to fix everything.
Now, this is a very intense face, and also her body is angled, so keep that in mind. So right now she's actually looking straight. A second ago she was looking right here. Now she's kind of looking like straight forward. She really does feel like she wants to fix things. So there is some truth in that, in my opinion. Again, all of this is my opinion, okay? I'm not saying any of this is fact. I'm not saying that 100% Amberlynn is lying. What I am saying is that her facial expressions often show that she is lying. And that's based on her behavior when she isn't lying. So again, if you're trying to learn how to do this, the first thing that you have to do is you have to study the person. There are universal cues, right? Like there's certain things that pretty much everybody does, that, like over explaining when they're lying, like that kind of thing, embellishing, whatever. But all in all, the best way to know if somebody is lying is to study their behaviors and patterns, and then look for breaks in those patterns. And when you get to know somebody on a personal level, you actually can feel it inside of yourself that something isn't right with what they're saying. And what I'm doing is I'm teaching you, why is it that it didn't feel right to you? Why is it that you got that feeling that they're lying? Well, it's all in the face, baby. So again, she is feeling like she wishes she could fix something, but I'm not convinced that she is the type of person that always feels like she needs to fix something. Like, I think that she probably is the type of person who minds her own business unless, unless it affects her in some way. And what I'm guessing is this has to do with Becky and her mom having breast cancer, and Amberlynn does care about Becky. Like, I don't think she doesn't care about Becky. I just don't think that she knows how to not be insulting when she loves somebody. And that's because she wasn't ever taught anything. Like, for all we know, her dad may have been the type to insult his children instead of showing love, or like picking on his kids, Anyway.
I want to be there for everyone.
For everyone. So she raised her eyebrows in that convincing motion when she said everyone. So she probably can feel like this, but she really wants us to feel like this is something that she really does all the time.
And it's just like, there's just been a lot going
that's
on,
true.
and I don't want to go into detail, obviously, because
And she even cringed, but then it's like as soon as you see a glimpse of Amberlynn showing a human side of her, she becomes vapid and vain. As you can see here, the switch between this.
I want to be there for everyone, and it's just like there's just been a lot going on, and I don't want to go into detail, obviously, because
so she's going back into her normal Amberlynn self. Like, well, I'm going to tell you things are wrong, but I'm not going to tell you how. I'm not going to give you any details because I just want you to wonder, and so that I remain a mystery, since there's nothing else that is mysterious about me, because I talk about myself constantly to everybody who will listen. I just want to have a little bit of mystery sometimes.
Because that's not my thing to do.
Duping delight.
And plus it's like a lot of like me. And it's a lot of like, it's like everyone in my life, like every single person, I know a lot of people.
Okay, so she's saying that she doesn't want it to be about her, but what she's doing is she's making it about her. She is using the tragedy that is around her right now to bring attention to herself. She's like, I don't know what it is, guys, but everyone around me,
sorry, assuming you guys know who, but I'm just saying every single person in my life is going through something right now. I legitimately think that there is something in the air.
I'm not really sure why she thinks it's something in the air. I mean, quite honestly, I think most of us are always going through something. And depending on what it is, I mean, they may tell me something about it or they may not. But the fact of the matter is that she's bringing this all upon herself, making it about Amberlynn.
And I am that firm believer that when it rains, it pours.
Again, with the whole, I'm the type of person.
And I know a lot of people are like, what? I'm agnostic, if you guys don't know that. So I'm not religious, but I do believe in the universe. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, Amberlynn, what are you saying right now? I believe the universe has a path for all of us. And I firmly believe that everything weighs out. There's always going to be good and there's always going to be bad. But what I also will always stand by is that everything works out the way it's supposed to. Everything happens for a reason. I am that person, and I don't really talk about stuff like that because I know a lot of people are like really weird when it comes to like religion and like what other people's beliefs are, and that's just mine. That is how I feel. So I feel like everything that's happening right now is like
Dude,
the worst part of it all.
She has gone on for 2 straight minutes about how everything in her life and everyone in her life is going through something.
You know, there's that calm before the storm, and then once the storm hits, the storm happens for a little bit, and then things start to, you know, go how they're supposed to be. Do you get what?
So profound. So profound.
What I'm saying? So, right now we're during the storm, and I just hope that everyone in my life starts to feel better, have a clearer mind, including myself. And yeah, so it's just been like really rough. It's been really, really rough. Okay, guys, so I figured this is actually a really good idea. And
okay, stop, kitty.
And really good timing to be doing this because there is like a lot of like speculations, assumptions, rumors going on about me right now. So I figured for a big, large portion of this vlog, we should just hopefully get this taken care of. There's still going to be comment of the day at the end, but I posted on Instagram, what are some rumors or assumptions about me? And I just want to like answer them now, clarify them now, whichever ones pop up. So let's do this. Your fave veggie is cucumber. Well, no. I'm gonna have to say no on that. I really love onions. I feel like if I had to choose, it'd probably be onions because they make everything taste better. That you eat more off camera. I'm not really sure what that's like regarding, like, if
I mean, obviously she eats more off camera. I mean, obviously.
you're talking about if I'm filming myself eating a salad, do I eat more right after that? No. I always show you guys, like, what I'm eating right then and there as my meal. But if you're asking, do I have other meals that day? Then yes, obviously. That you've had such an awful life.
So there was something very weird about the way her eyes were closing right there. Hold on.
I always show you guys, like, what I'm eating right then and there.
I don't think she likes to show. I don't know if she's lying per se, but I don't think that she likes showing us what she eats, because when she does that, we see truly how she eats. And she's not proud of that, obviously.
As my meal. But if you're asking, do I have other meals that day? Then yes, obviously. That you've had such an awful life that food became your coping mechanism. Yes, 100% that is a correct assumption. That you're an animal abuser. This one hurts more than anything in the world. I'd rather be told to die 7,000 times a day than for anyone ever to assume this about me. I am not. That is horrid and horrific. If you guys talk to anyone in my life, you know more than anything.
Uh-oh, she did the whole quintessential, ask my mom. Why don't you ask my best friend? Why don't you ask my best friend? Why don't you can ask anyone. Ask anyone. Ask anyone. That to me is a red flag.
I'd rather be told to die 7,000 times a day than for anyone ever to assume this about me. I am not. That is horrid and horrific. If you guys talk to anyone in my life, you know more than anything that they trust me
more than anything
with their animals more than anyone. Like me,
more than anyone.
Eric have talked about this like several different times. Like that he can't believe that people think this about me because it's not true. Like I know there are a large amount of people in the world who like smack their dog. Like that he can't believe that people think this about me because it's not true. Like I know there are a large amount of people in the world not. That is horrid and horrific. If you guys talk to anyone in my life, you know more than anything that they trust me with their animals more than anyone. Like me and Eric.
Okay. She shrugs when she says that. Okay, we're gonna break that down real quick because it's important.
That is a crack.
She's looking at herself.
Assumption. That you're an animal abuser. This one hurts more than anything in the world.
Okay, I want to explain what just went down right here. Because she looked over at her Lie Factory, and then she looked down, and then she looked up, okay?
That you're an animal abuser. This one hurts.
Boink, boink, boink. So, when she said this one hurts, okay, she wasn't necessarily telling, it's almost like she had to check with herself to make sure that is the truth. Like, so her automatic thing that she seems to do, this is all based on my observation, is she looks into her Lie Factory right away. So she's more ready to make things up than she is to just outright tell the truth. So another thing you have to remember about, I call it the Lie Factory because that's where she looks a lot when she is lying, because it's a creation factory. It's where she creates things. It's a creative area of her brain where she's, that would be the brain that she taps into when she's trying to write a, short story or something. But she looked over there when she said, hurts more. She started speaking before she had even thought about what she was going to say. So when she looked over to her creation zone, her Lie Factory, she swiftly moved into a thinking zone, which was downward and slightly shameful, because I believe there has been time and time again people posting proof that, she may not be an outright animal abuser, but she is neglectful. And that is a component of abuse. So, anyway.
More than anything in the world.
Okay, there's things that hurt her more than that. Okay, like there's other things that are said or done to her that hurt her more than being called an animal abuser.
I'd rather be told to die 7,000 times a day.
She wouldn't?
Than for anyone ever to assume this about me.
That's her saying, like, I don't understand why they assume it about me. Like, I don't know what it is that I've done recently that people are still saying this. But she could have blocked out, you know, her neglect and other things. Or she just is choosing not to acknowledge it, or she thinks that because time has passed, like you know how a child thinks that, like, when a day has passed, that it feels like it's been like a week for them, you know? And so because she's emotionally immature, she probably views things in the manner of, oh, well, that was a long time ago, when really it was only just a few years ago.
I am not. That is horrid, horrific.
I don't know why
you guys talk to anyone in my life.
No, I don't know why she smiled so big right there. Becky could be over there, or she's just duping because she knows that if we did in fact ask anyone in her life, aka Becky and the roommates, they would probably tell her to her face. They've probably told her on numerous occasions that they don't understand why people call her that, but in reality, they kind of do understand. They're just being nice because they're nice people.
You know more than anything that they trust me with their animals.
So she shrugs right there. So that's kind of like she doesn't know because they never leave their animals with her that often. It's like she doesn't really know that for a fact because they don't really leave their animals with her very often, you know? So
more than anyone. Like, me and Eric have talked about this, like, several different times. Like,
several? Probably not. Maybe twice.
Like, that he can't believe that people think this about me. Because it's not true. Just talk to anyone in my life. You know more than anything that they trust me with their animals more than anyone. Like,
okay, so it also bothers her that they don't really leave their animals with her very often. She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Like, me and Eric have talked about this, like, several different times.
There's something fishy about that. She's doing a lot of things that say that they haven't talked about it that much, but that it has been addressed a couple of times, maybe.
Like, that he can't believe that people think this about me.
Okay, so she really... Okay, remember when somebody is shutting their eyes like that, it's kind of shielding them from the truth or something that they don't really want. It's blocking a thought out. So it really does bother her enough for her body language to show it, you know?
Because it's not true.
Convincing acting eyebrows.
I know there are a large amount of people in the world who, like, smack their dog when they do something bad. I can't even do that. I will never do that. It literally makes me sick. And it's like, I know a lot of people who do that, and, like, they know my feelings and thoughts regarding that. Like, that you read every single DM. I used to, but I no longer do. I used to read every single one, but lately I'm getting so many.
She closed her eyes and shook her head.
Many that it's just, like, impossible. And I feel really bad about it. You're still in love with Destiny and you hate Dana.
She loves to talk about Destiny.
Both of those things are completely false. I do love them both as friends. When I have friends, I do love them and I care for them a lot. But no, I don't hate Dana, and no, I'm not in love with Destiny. You fast days and then eat a lot. No, I don't go days without eating. No. You are fighting with Eric and Ricky currently. No, I am not. I think...
Did somebody really say that to her? Hold on.
assumption that you're an animal abuser. This one hurts life. You know more than any ever do that. It literally makes me sick. Both of those things are completely false. That so many people think that like me and Eric and Ricky like aren't friends, and that's so hate Dana. Both of those things are completely false. I do love them both as friends. When I have
She rolled her eyes a little.
And like the longer I've known Becky and the longer I've been, you can see the dynamic that we all have. Becky, you are fighting with Eric and Ricky. Used to, but I no longer do. I used to read every single one, but like,
see, she didn't read every single one. She shook her head. She looked in the Lie Factory. She's leaning forward a little bit. I don't believe it.
lately I'm getting so many that it's just like impossible, and I feel really bad about it. You're still in love with Destiny and you hate Dana. Both of those things are completely false. I do love them both as friends. When I have friends, I do love them and I care for them a lot. But no, I don't hate Dana, and no, I'm not in love with Destiny. You fast days and then eat a lot. No, I don't go days without eating. No. You are fighting with Eric and Ricky currently. No, I am not. I think that's like the funniest thing to me is that so many people think that like me and Eric.
What was that?
Like the funniest thing to me is that so many people think that like me and Eric and Ricky like aren't friends, and that's so crazy to me. Like honestly, like I wish some people lived in this house with us. You guys could see the dynamic so well.
I think emphatically she can say that now. They all get along, but I don't think that that's actually been the case the whole time. And I think when people have pointed it out, including myself, I think that the tension is so thick that you could cut it with a knife. So, you know, and the shade thrown that direction.
Becky is breaking up with you. That is a no. We are still together. That Becky's family hates you and thinks you are toxic. That is completely false. Becky's family does not hate me. I feel like the longer I've known Becky and the
Suspicious cut, I see.
One of the lights, the closer that we actually all got it, Becky's family is just the money confused.
promise. My highest weight has
She's
been
going on and on about it too.
And I have not gone any higher than that. That you have blankets on your windows. No. I have a window right there. There's a window right there. And a lot of people think that there's a window behind here. That's a tapestry for the wall. There is no window behind me. You're abusive to Becky about food, like when you saw her eating your cereal. Okay, I am so glad we got this one because this is like a situation that like haunts me. So there was a clip in Eric's vlog that he filmed where Becky had a bowl of cereal and I was like, what are you doing with cereal? And I said it kind of quiet. So I'm gonna like give the backstory to the whole thing because I totally understand like if I What is that over there?
Look, it's over there. Ha ha! Madest thou look, so endeth the trick. Dog. You scallywag.
Paparazzi. Weirdo. But right now I'm just trying to
That's just the weirdest shit.
outside perspective, and I saw that. I'd be like, ew, Amberlynn is a freak when it comes to food. Like, why is she acting like this?
So
I completely
like,
understand why
over the
people
top.
are like saying that. because
She's
you don't
talking
really-
so much, y'all. Like, if you watch those crime interviews, like the interrogations of criminals, like before they get arrested, it's the same thing.
So the night before that, Becky and I, we were crying, talking about our weight, saying how when we wake up, we're going to completely change the way we eat, and we're going to be healthy, and we're going to be like holding each other accountable, etc., etc. So when I walked out into the living room and I was walking into the dining room, I happened to see Becky with a bowl of cereal.
She's got real darty eyes.
And I got mad because, you guys, this was like over a year ago though, so don't like...
What?
Spilling too much piping tea right now. But I got mad because we were supposed to wake up and we were going to do this together. We were going to support each other and stuff like that. So when I saw her eating cereal, I asked her, why are you eating cereal? Because I was like truly upset about that. And you can tell when I walk away that I was upset. And I was also upset that Eric was vlogging it because it was like a very personal moment and I just didn't really want to be like, whatever.
Yeah, kind of horrible when somebody comes up to you and films personal moments of you without asking you, right? It kind of sucks, huh, Amberlynn?
It's the only time ever I've never wanted to be filmed. Like, there's also a rumor, I don't know if it's going to be in there, that I don't want Eric filming me in his videos. No, I have no problem with that. I don't care if he shows my body.
He's talking so much.
Shows of me. That was the only time where I was just like, I was really sad. And don't like knock Becky, like it's not her fault. Like, to lose weight
is hard. And I understand wanting to wake up or like wanting to have like a really quick bite to eat, and cereal is super easy for that. But I was just kind of like, we were supposed to start this together. And
I think that she's probably telling the truth. It kind of sounds like the truth. But that she is over talking because she's nervous, because this is a really embarrassing, like you could tell she was like super embarrassed in that video. So
and I don't know, it just really shook me and it made me sad, to be honest. And it just sucks that you guys saw like only that small part and there was like no explanation for that. So now that I'm able to kind of talk about it, that is the whole story regarding that. That you use mental health to gain sympathy. No, I don't want sympathy. I don't want pity. I don't want anyone feeling sorry for me. Never. I just feel like opening up about my mental health makes people understand the way I am a little bit better. Because if I came on here and never talked about that.
In other words, she can use it as an excuse for bad behavior. Oh, look at that face. Ooh. So she's got her actor's furrow. That's her actor's brow, okay? That's what she does when she's like performing.
Part of my life to tell you guys that I'm bipolar, depression, I have anxiety, I have obsessive compulsive personality disorder. If you guys didn't know these things, that's like a huge portion of my life, and you guys would be questioning, why is Amberlynn like this? So I feel like me opening up like that not only makes people feel less alone, it's literally therapeutic to me, and it just, like I said.
Did you see the Trisha Paytas face that she just made?
Therapeutic to me, and it just, like I said, helps you guys see why I am the way I am. Your weigh-ins are fake unless you prove them. My weigh-ins are not fake. They have never been fake. I don't know how to rig a freaking scale. I didn't have that
You guys, did y'all see that? Let's take it back.
Like this. So I feel like me opening up like that, the weigh-ins are fake unless you prove them. My weigh-ins are not fake. They have never been fake. I don't know how to...
I think she does. I think she's looked it up before on how to rig a scale.
Rig a freaking scale.
Lie Factory knows.
I did have that.
She's overusing her hands.
Really big scale that was actually for like car equipment and like mechanics or whatever. I had that, and a lot of people told me you could do a tear on
Is it me, or is she using hand movements a little more than usual?
It to 170. I changed that because I felt like that was more healthy than 199. Literally, completely different. It being 5 that goal, I need to lose. Wanna kick me into high gear.
And if you watch her here, she's going way overboard. I said in one of my most recent videos that she's been using her hands a lot more lately. And part of that is to show off her knuckles, but the other part is because she's over exaggerating. She's like trying to make her point by like flailing her arms and doing all kinds of stuff like that.
So people started not to believe my weigh-ins. So I went, after buying that scale, which was close to $200, I went and bought another one just to prove to you guys that I was not faking weigh-ins. So I got one that talked, I got one that you can't put a tear on, and it was still unbelievable.
See, like, she did do that to her first scale. I'm betting you.
You guys still didn't believe. There are times I have stepped on the scale where you guys saw my full body, where Becky has filmed it, and you guys still did not believe me. I don't know why. I don't understand. People have went as far as to saying that I've like done research and I've taken apart the scale to somehow make it say something different. Like, that's insane to me. That has never happened, and I have never faked a weigh-in. I've heard you only do YouTube for money because Becky doesn't have a job. A new rumor I saw today was that the emotional side of your videos are a call to destiny. I don't know what that means. My videos, I'm going to be real right now, my videos have nothing to do with Destiny in any shape or form. I don't know why people are so hung up that I still love her when, one, I never talk about her on camera or anything like that. I just think that's so crazy to me that, like, I can't still have a friendship with an ex, but I see all these other YouTubers who do, and it's totally fine.
Stop
like,
comparing yourself to other YouTubers.
Having the time of their life,
so
and, like,
silly.
Everyone's totally fine with it, but like when me and Destiny are still friends, like people have such a big issue and they're like, oh my god, Amberlynn's still in love, oh my god,
she's going on and on and on about it.
It's so double standard and it makes no sense. No one's in love with anyone. Dana and Destiny are in love, Becky and I are in love, and that's it. You sort of feel insecure because of the weight loss from others in your house. No. I know a lot of people think I'm like insecure about it or I'm like jealous about it, and I'm not whatsoever in any way. It's really weird. I am kind of a jealous person when it comes to other things, but I'm never jealous about someone else's weight loss, especially when I care about them. I actually find joy when people are like, oh my god, I'm closer to my goal weight. Like, that makes me happy for them, and it also inspires me. Feeders pay you to eat on camera. No, never happened, and I would never, ever, 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 ever do that. I assume your hair smells like coconut. No, it smells like Nexus. That you don't make enough money, and that's why you have roommates. This is another double standard that I see on YouTube a lot.
Okay, I don't know about all these. I think some of these are made up. She wants to talk about her money.
My assumption is that you love when rumors are spread about you. No, I absolutely 100% hate that, because there are some that are out there that has literally ruined my reputation, and it's like... Okay,
no, I'm sorry, but what's ruined your reputation is you.
Serious ones, like the super, super serious ones, I can't even defend myself because they're so serious that if I even bring it up, it's just going to add like fuel to the fire, and I just can't even do it. You're only a lesbian because no man finds you attractive. This is so false that it's scary. I actually had to, like, I'm not saying, like, this proves that guys like me, but I'm just letting you guys know that I had to turn my Snapchat off. I had to make it private because I constantly got hit on by men. It was literally constant. And I'm over here like, you know, I have a girlfriend. You know, I'm a lesbian. I got really gross things sent to me. It was really bad. And it's not even just online, but it's, like, even in real life. There are people, and there are men who like bigger women. That is a thing. And not only that, but there are people out there who don't care about weight, and they're not shallow, and they really do like dig deeper, and they love someone's heart.
Yeah, they're gonna have to dig pretty deep. Ooh, sorry, that was mean.
But they look. I'm a lesbian because I prefer females. Like, I like females. I'm not attracted to men like that. So this is the last one I'm gonna do. And I've seen this rumor a lot, and it's that I put concealer on my knuckles. When I first heard that, you guys have to realize that if I did that, I wouldn't be able to do anything. Because one, the minute I would do anything, eat, pet my animals,
there's no way that they're just that dark and then they suddenly get light again. That just doesn't.
I was touching. Like, none of it made sense. I've seen this rumor a lot, and it's that I put concealer on my knuckles. When I first heard that, I was like,
oh, she is lying.
What does that even mean? I was so confused. You
don't know what concealer is? Miss Makeup, Miss Spy's Fenty Makeup, and you don't know what concealer is?
Okay, first of all, no, I don't do that. What? You guys have to realize that if I did that, I wouldn't be able to do anything.
Y'all see the lip licking?
Do anything, eat, pet my animals, fold laundry, or go to the bathroom.
You're not doing any of those things in the videos. We're only just saying that you do it for your videos.
Fix my hair, like whatever it may be. The concealer would come off of my hands.
She's lying. Look at that face, y'all. Look at that face. She is such a liar.
it would stain whatever I was touching. Like, none of it made sense, and I was like, some people really need to think about these rumors before they make them, because some of them are literally so crazy and so far-fetched that I am just like...
Yeah. I don't know, like the conspiracies about my life. I used to be such a conspiracy person, but the conspiracies that I hear about my own life and about me makes me feel like I don't even like conspiracies anymore. They're probably all fake because all the ones I hear about me are. Okay, guys, it's time for that comment of the day. What am I doing?
Pasting.
I was kidding myself. Now I know you don't love me, even though you said that you'd never leave me. Oh, but I know now I shouldn't trust a word that comes out of your mouth. I was kidding myself. Why did you have to turn into a liar? Now you're gone, right away from me, leaving me on my own. Can't you see? You had my heart in your eyes. Why did you go? Why did you have to turn into a liar? Into a liar. Why did you have to turn into a liar? Into a liar. You weren't always like this. Don't know what happened to you. Put my trust in you. Guess that I couldn't do that. Oh, but I know now I shouldn't trust a word that comes out of your mouth. I was kidding myself. Why did you have to turn into a liar? Now you're gone, ran away from me, leaving me on my own. Can't you see? You had my heart in your rain. Why did you go? Why did you have to turn into a liar? Into a liar. Why did you have to turn into a liar? Into a liar. You left me here all alone without saying goodbye. Tell me, 'cause I wanna know. Oh, just please tell me why. Why did you have to turn into a liar? You had my heart in your rain. Why did you go? Why did you have to turn into a liar? Into a liar. Why did you have to turn into a liar? Into a liar. Why did you have to turn into a liar? Into a liar.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Oh.
I really hope I don't pronounce this wrong. Swan. She was even proud one time when she's gained. I'm still so proud of myself.
What did she just
for
call
what?
her?
I don't proud one time when she... Ooh, I really hope I don't pronounce this wrong. Deniswell Swan.
What does she make up? What? No, there's no swell.
She was even proud one time when she's gained. I'm still so proud of myself. For what? I don't remember that ever happening, so if it did happen, I do apologize. I should never be proud of that, let's be real. So Becky and I are going to... Oh, this kind of matches with what you're wearing. Just a little bit. This smells good. Becky and I are going to light a candle.
What is she going to wear, a candle?
Mango, and we're going to watch some Big Brother. Actually, I really need to edit this video. I don't know. It's going to be kind of long. I do edit a lot out, so we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
We know, boo-boo. We know. well, I can't really say that I'm like surprised in any way. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for that. Alright guys, I don't even know if this video is worth posting, but we'll see. Peace, love, justice, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which I don't know when that will be because I have to go out of town. Okay, bye now.